Steel was first. Okay, hang on, here we go. Man of Steel, Jay. Okay, Man of Steel's first. If Jay doesn't do, I will do one my own channel eventually. Gather around children for Igor's Star Wars tier list. Oh, I'll do it. Fine. Snyder Cut, Wonder Woman. Okay, hang on. I've only watched a few. I don't want to get into it. Okay. All right, here we go. Also, the second Suicide Squad movie. Okay, here we go. All right. What's first? Man of Steel? All right. I love you, Igor! Yo. I have a story. All aboard. I have a story. I saw this movie with my ex-girlfriend. She is the biggest Superman fan. I kid you not, right? And she's not even a superhero nerd. Like my ex-girlfriend, she's Jamaican. She was like really into fashion and stuff like that, and like cooking and baking and stuff like that. But she's like, oh, I don't really like these nerdy superhero movies, right? But I love Superman. And I'm like, you love Superman? She's like, I love Superman. He's the coolest. I love all his movies. I want to marry a guy who's like Superman. Her phone wallpaper was black Superman, Jamaican black Superman. My ex-girlfriend loved Superman. When we saw this movie together, as soon as the credits hit, she got out of her chair and said, let's go. Just like that, let's go. And I'm just like, wow. So if this movie can make my ex-girlfriend, who was a die-hard Superman fan, walk out the theater and just like get angry at it. No, this isn't me malding about my relationship. Our relationship was very good. It's funny that she was so disappointed by this. That speaks volumes. Because Superman, I like Superman. I really do. I really like Superman. He was never my favorite superhero though, right? But he was her favorite. And the fact that she left that theater feeling so offended, feeling so angry, for someone who's not even a big movie fan. Well, she likes movies, but like, you know what I mean? That should tell you what this movie was. Would never stab Zod's neck. Neither destroy the whole city. There's so many things wrong with this movie. Why does Pa Kent tell Superman that, yeah, sometimes you should just let people die? What? Pa Kent said that to Superman? The problem is this movie's trying to be a Batman movie, but it's Superman, for God's sakes. You know what Superman's known for? Being the opposite of Batman. He smiles. He's happy. Dear God. How does anyone think this movie's good? I had full arguments with people in high school when this movie came out about this movie not being good. They were like, no, you just have bad taste in movies. 5 years later, they all agreed with me. I'm like, what changed? What made you idiots come to your senses 5 years later? Anyway, I hate this movie. Like, I want you to really understand, I hate this movie so much. It's so bad. Pa Kent said, let the children die. That alone should show you what's wrong with this movie. God. Idiots. You're getting worked up. That's what this movie does. It brings back memories, man. It brings back memories. Man. That's what this movie does. Maybe I should put it... no. F this movie. Okay, let me read chat real quick. I love... Let's see. L. Agreed. Arson, what's your take, Arson? Please. Oh, B or C? Dang, Arson. What you smoking, bro? Let's go. Usually you and I are on the same page, Arson. What's going on here? Man of Steel. Oh, snap. Agreed. Fanfiction. Even Marcus. Marcus like, I agree. Movie sucks. Jay, cover your ears. I'm about to say a slur. B or C. Yep. F Zack Snyder. Okay, I'm done now. Oh, look. Marvel fanboys don't like how shocking. Oh, no. This movie's bad. This movie is, like, objectively a bad movie. There's even just, like, consistency in writing and, like, plot and pacing. This movie fails at, like, movie writing 101. This movie fails. Like, it's actually just fundamentally a bad movie. We had a director, forgot what he did short films, but he came in and explained why this movie was bad too. It's not a good movie. It's not even well made. There's so many. This movie sucks. Like, there's no argument. This movie's bad. Anyway, God, they don't commit like Marvel. Like how Marvel plans. No, that's not it. I prefer DC not committing. I prefer how wild DC is. I've said this before. I actually prefer the inconsistency of DC. I think it's kind of fun at this point. It's like Russian roulette. You're gonna get a good movie or what? Right? It's still fun to go into theaters. You don't know what to expect. So I actually prefer that about DC, to be completely honest with you. Oh god. The more you know. Superman, the less you like Man of Steel. Yep. Supes would never snap Zod, neither destroy the whole city. Me hated Man of Steel 2. Not from Superman killing Zod. Superman, but if he landed at Gotham City and was raised by the Waynes. Yep. He could choose to be anything he wants to be, and he chooses to be kind. Lois. I disagree strongly. I hate that the MCU is so connected you could. Yeah, I agree with Austin there. Pa Kent said, let the children die. Idiots, you're getting worked up. Malding. Honestly, I agree. But, never seen it, based on your review. Arson does not agree with you, dude. Is that so much Christian imagery? It's painful. It's painfully smacking you in the face. That's true, too! Yo, even this movie's so bad! Oh my gosh! Yo, like, this movie is so bad! It's so bad! Oh! I need to take my jacket off for the rest of this, bro. Ugh! Look what you made me do. Movie is doo-doo! Doo-doo! Gosh. All the Christian imagery. Superman is Jesus. Man. Arsa does not agree with you, dude. I understand that a lot. That's where they go right in DC, but I think that's all they do right. Just to be clear, buddy, I just don't like Zack Snyder. The way you feel about Zack Snyder is how I feel about James Gunn. But, like, I guess in a different... Because, honestly, Zack Snyder is a great director. He is. He's a horrible writer. Do not let Zack Snyder have say in anything he's directing, and you'll get a good movie. Is exactly mines with the DCEU. Yep. Jay turned into the nostalgia critic for a bit. Bat credit card! Yeah, Doug Walker. Hello, I'm the nostalgia critic. I remember it, so you don't have to. Anyway, movie is doo-doo. The opening of the movie, Krypton is imploding, and we have Zod taking over the planet at the same time. That's me with BTVS and Suicide Squad. The acting is bad. Igor, if you're gonna hate on all of the movies, just don't say anything, bro. Yeah, because I don't hate all these movies. You might be surprised. Honestly, this one might surprise you more than the MCU one. That's the funny thing with these movies. This might surprise you a lot more. Because I have some controversial opinions about all these movies. Probably even C, but I'm defending the movie just because the way you're reviewing it feels personal and not on an actual writing level. Are you kidding? Did you not hear me say that, like, a proper movie director came in and explained why this movie's not directed well or written well or paced well? Did you not hear the part about me saying, even if I want to look at it objectively, like, here's a fan of Superman who, like, my girlfriend, my ex-girlfriend, a big fan of Superman, she hated it. I'm not a big fan of Superman. I thought the movie was stupid, right? I already thought it was dumb. It's not a good movie. Right? And then everyone around me thought it was a great movie. So you could imagine, like, me trying to be like, okay, what did they see that I don't see? Me rewatching the movie, trying to understand what's great about it, and never finding it. Like, there's nothing worse. And you guys, maybe you guys will never get this. There's nothing worse than you having an opinion about a movie, right? That no one agrees with. And then you try to understand why, and you can't find out why. You can't figure out why people like it and you don't. Because whenever there's a big discrepancy between what people like and what I don't like, I always try to figure out, okay, maybe I'm not seeing something. But there's nothing to see! This has to be a highlight, bro. Like, my whole rant about the Man of Steel. Whew. Calm down, dude. I love this version of Jay. This is Rageniac for real. Well, I'm highlighting this, and that's why I'm still here to this day. My heart, Jay's energy matches mine. It may be 9C outside. He was just got so heated just talking about this movie. Why does it look like Vegas? Guys, I don't hate everything DC makes. Okay, thank God, Jay. I can't take people seriously when they just hate them all. Oh, no! I told you, listen, you're gonna be surprised with how I feel about these movies, because I have some hot takes for these, believe me. Because I'm not even gonna say it. Let me just not even say it. I just don't like their movie sections. Look, I like Justice League 17, okay, Shazam, everything else I so do. Remember when this stream started and we were talking about Happy Christmas movies? Yep, I knew the stream was gonna turn into something different. Because I'm like, yo, it's so boring at the beginning. I'm like, watch the stream turn into something interesting. Oh, hello. Okay, here we go. But that's what I'm saying, bro. You had a bad experience. It'd probably be different if you didn't watch it with her. That's not true! When I was watching the movie in theaters, I don't pay attention to who's next to me. I don't. I was watching it for myself, and I'm like, this movie's boring. I'm like, okay, here's Krypton. For the first time, we get to see Krypton in HD. Why does it look stupid? Why is everything brown? Krypton? Right? Like, so many things bugged me about it. And then to see her reaction, I was just like, oh, so it's not just me. Because I was ready to leave the theater being like, oh, the movie was alright, just to make her happy. And she was like, no, this movie sucked. And she's not critical. Like, she's the opposite of me. As a matter of fact, most of the girls I've dated are the opposite of me. They're the very happy ones. They're energetic. I'm energetic, but like, I mean, they're very optimistic and stuff like that. Because you want to date someone that's gonna help you grow, right? Anyway. Can we move on? Yes, I'm sorry, Arson. Superman is a literal murderer. They try to... Okay. Who's next? What's next? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. This is what this movie does to me, man. Man of Steel. The fights I've had. Okay. What's next? Batman v Superman? Is Batman v Superman next? I gotta pull up a list. DCEU movies. Also, just letting you guys know, Joker's not here because it's not the DCEU. Joker's not here. You guys are cool with that? Joker's not here? Just letting you guys know. Yes, you're okay with that? Okay. Batman v Superman. This movie. It's because Joker's not part of the DCEU. I'll just tell you, if I had Joker, I would put Joker at A. I'd put Joker here. Oh my gosh, my music stopped. Hang on. There we go. You guys still vibing with the music? He just said Joker isn't part of the DCEU. Yeah. Okay. Literal trash. Why is Joker not based? I also haven't seen it because I heard it sucks. He just said Joker isn't. You good? I'm going to say a Hot Topic Batman v Superman is bad, but better than original Justice League. Yes. I can't decide what's worse. Literally, Igor, this is the list where you and I might agree for the low parts. For this, we might agree on this because okay, now here's why this movie's better, in my opinion. Here's why this movie's better than this one. Batman. I am not kidding. I loved Batman in this movie. I loved everything about Batman in this movie. Especially how irrational he was. I loved it. It's weird that he kills, though. That I thought was stupid. But everything else was really good. Yeah, Batfleck is legit great. That's why it's better. That's what made this movie, like, bearable. Men are brave. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you want me to keep talking about this one? Are there any people that disagree? Anyone want to fight about this one? Bro. What's next? Suicide Squad? Okay. Oof, I don't know, dude. Dude is a murderer, but yeah, he's kind of cool in a rogue way. Yeah. To be honest, everything is S tier compared to Batwoman. Oh god, I love the actual fighting between them. It's like WrestleMania. It's pretty crazy. Okay, Suicide Squad. Oh boy. All right. Oh no. I'll see myself out. Okay. Worst take in superhero film history. Hear me out! WTF, I will go to Canada now and arrest you. Alright, hang on. Nah, I'm just playing. It's D, but it is better. Screw you guys. It is better. And here's why. Here's why this movie's better. Alright? Here's why this movie's better. Okay, a little better now. Yeah, I was just screwing with you guys. But I would say it's better than these two. For one reason. One reason it's better. Only one. One reason. This movie is so bad, it comes right around and makes me laugh. I said to Marcus after we saw this movie feels like a movie that would come out, right? Yeah, it's so bad it's good. This movie feels like a 2000 superhero movie, like Daredevil, like Ghost Rider, like Punisher, like those kind of movies where legit they had no idea what they were doing with these properties. This movie feels like a product of the 2000s that came out, that like just came out too late. It really feels like that. But man, is this movie a mess. Like, this movie's really messy, but I will say this. I've watched the original Suicide Squad 3 times. I've watched Batman v Superman 2 times, and this one 2 times. And I would rather rewatch Suicide Squad any day of the week than either of these 2 movies. I am not exaggerating. I prefer this movie. Oh, like, the Birds of Prey show? Yeah. Oh, Best Buy Joker is better than BVS? No, it's not Joker. It's definitely not Joker. Called it. Yeah, it's so bad it's good, bro. It's like... It's laughable how just off the wall this movie is, that I would rewatch it, man. I'm sorry. I would rewatch it. Okay, that's fair. They had a character who had the power of ropes just to get killed. Yeah, what was his name? Rancid or something? The guy who can climb anything? What was his name? Hang on. Guy who can climb anything. Slipknot! That was his name. Slipknot. Glad you aren't saying the writing is... Oh god, no. Honestly, it's funny. These movies, they're all like poorly written. All of them are poorly written, just in completely different ways. This movie is doing too much. Batman v Superman. This movie is just a pacing nightmare and nothing makes sense. And then this movie is like, I guess this one's a pacing nightmare too, but in the opposite way, where it just... Like, what the heck am I focusing on? What? Suicide Squad 2016, wannabe Guardians of the Galaxy. I know. The main villain of Suicide Squad is a hula dancer. Enchantress. Enchantress has one cool scene where June Moon puts her hand on the table, then Enchantress's hand comes and then switches. That's a cool scene. But yeah, man, this movie is a meme. And I love how stupid it is. And here's the other thing. we'll get plenty more movies like this. Guys, we got to appreciate this. We'll get plenty more movies like this. We'll get plenty more movies like Man of Steel and Batman v. We'll get plenty more of those. We will never get another Suicide Squad. We will never get that again. And that is why it's above the other two. Harley's the best part in my opinion. She's okay. Jared Leto's gangster Joker is cringe. What are you trying to say? You're not a fan of this hunka hunka. Not even Fresh Prince, Deadshot, and Harley can save that movie. For real though. I'm gonna go to bed. Bye. Okay, take care, Saga. Thank you for being here. Alright. What's next? Wonder Woman? I think Wonder Woman was next, right? Will Smith starring as Will Smith. Isn't that who he always plays? Yo, did you hear that his wife was, like, outing him on social media? Jada Pinkett Smith needs to chill, bro. Jada, chill. Woman, chill. Yeah, poor guy, man. I feel really bad for Will. I feel really bad for Will Smith right now. Didn't his wife cheat on him? Yeah, in August, with a guy named August. But, what I think is really funny is, no, recently, Arson, like, I'm talking 2 weeks ago, she had him on full blast on the internet about how bad he is at sex. Like, Jada, some things you gotta keep at home. Anyway, this isn't about all that. Wonder Woman! Bum, 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 Wonder Woman! Yeah, in all honesty, I'm just gonna say this right now. Actually, let me not say that. Chris Pine is great. Whenever people ask me, what's the DCEU movie I should watch, I always say Wonder Woman. It is... like, and this says a lot. We went from this to this. And it's not perfect, right? It's not perfect. It's not a perfect movie by any means. But I really like this movie. I really do. It gets really stupid at the end, but everything before that, I'm sorry, I really enjoyed it. Pairing World War I with, like, you know, like, fantasy, like, that's sick, dude. Like, I'm sorry, it was really cool. I have nothing to say about it, but it's a good movie. It's perfect compared to the rest. Yep, compared to the rest, that's why I moved it up. I'm like, nah, but really, though? Like... It seems like a film you'd love. I'm glad I was right. Yeah, I actually really like Wonder Woman. It's a solid movie. This movie is way better than Captain Marvel. The feminist vehicle of the MCU. This movie's leagues better. Speaking of leagues, isn't this next? Justice League? What's next? I can't pull up a list of the DCU because all I get is... Hi, I'm Zach Ryan, and I'm gonna explain to you which order the DCU movies are. Before we start, be sure to hit like, comment, and subscribe when you... Wonder Woman, Justice League is next, right? Justice League. You're all saying C, eh? Y'all are saying C? I've only seen this movie once. Yeah. Yeah, I actually agree with you guys. It really is C. Do you want me to explain why? This movie is just a catastrophe, bro. Let's get Zack Snyder to make a movie, and then get Joss Whedon to finish directing. Oh, God. Talk about mood whiplash. Yeah, I agree, Igor. OG Jail Hogwash. The way they did my man Flash, L, high D, fair. More like Injustice League. What me love about Wonder Woman is the fact she acts like an actual superhero. She sees trouble, danger, leaps and right into it. Yep, because it's the right thing to do. That, and I love that Wonder Woman, they weren't afraid to embrace the fact that she is a woman. One of my favorite scenes is when she's walking through the crowd of people and a baby cries and she's like, ooh, look at the baby. And I'm just like, that's an interesting detail. I just really liked it. I mean, the reason Zack left was honestly sad. Oh, very sad. I agree with that. I'm just saying, which director do you get to replace Zack Snyder? Joss Whedon? What? What? Why would you get Joss to replace Zack Snyder? Those are two completely different directors. I mean, the reasons, his daughter, she didn't just die. It was, cause of death is very, very sad, and I'm not making light of that. Hope he's okay. I mean, Snyder's daughter, he had to leave. I understand him leaving. I'm saying, why would you get Joss Whedon to direct a movie that Zack Snyder was making? Of all directors, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh. Batman the Vampire Slayer. Literally, why would you get the Buffy guy to do Zack Snyder's Justice League? Anyway, what's next? Shazam? Or Aquaman? Aquaman. Alright, Aquaman's next, right? I really like that movie. Yeah, I actually really like that movie. Not gonna lie. I had a lot of fun watching it. Felt like a big treasure hunting movie. The only, you know what? I'm gonna put it there. Cause this movie doesn't deserve to be as good as it is. Aquaman the movie. You end up having awesome chase scenes on rooftops, which I always like. You have the giant epic battle at the end where, character growth matters in the final battle. Jason Momoa was awesome. I was surprised too. I ain't want no bed pooper in my Aquaman. Amber Heard. Amber Heard, but she didn't listen. Aquaman was so dumb and it's just straight up fun. Oh, I love that about it. Black Manta. Yeah, Black Manta was great in it too. That's true. Wanting the bigger helmet. I like that they justify the bigger helmet too. Like, and they don't just make fun of it. They didn't make fun of the helmet. They just said, oh no, man, we need a bigger helmet if we're gonna shoot lasers out of it. I loved that. Like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, so you know what? S tier, Aquaman. I actually really like this one. And I am gonna keep Wonder Woman as number one though. You know what? I don't know. I'll leave it like that. Like I said, it was so much more fun, and I commended it for that. But on its own, I'm not a huge fan. Aww. Okay. Can we get Aqualad in the sequel, please? Which one? There's so many Aqualads. I'm guessing you mean Young Justice Aqualad. Remember when Aquaman had a giant fish as a sidekick? Can we get that one? Black Manta is a great villain in the comics. His whole shtick is just that he hates Aquaman. He murders his baby. Yeah, I know. There's quite a few villains like that. But, Johnny once said the greatest, villain motivation in anything is spite. Just they hate, just spiteful against the main guy. Black Manta's son, Olad. Alright. So, what's next? Huh? What's next? Shazam? What did you guys think of that movie, honestly? What did you guys think of that movie? I really liked it. I wouldn't say it's S, though. S, really? Okay. I thought it was super fun. A? Yeah. You know what didn't work for me in this movie? Shazam would put above Aquaman. Easy A. Okay, especially love that joke when they teleport to the strip club. That one kid's like, yeah, come on, dude. What did Igor say? But B. Ah, ha, ha. Just for the fun factor and music alone. This movie, Shazam, I like it. I like it a lot. And it's probably going to be the first on A. But what didn't work for me was just the last act, okay? Where, like, the whole family comes in and they all get the powers, right? It kind of turned into, like, I'm sorry to say, it turned into, like, Care Bears for me. Like, I don't know, it felt so, like, okay, now everybody's here. And with the power of family, we're gonna beat the bad guy. Yeah, and it's just like, okay, that's cool, and they did it well. That happened in the comics as well. I don't know how I feel about the Shazam family. Me neither. And that's my thing. I prefer when it's just Billy and Mary. Yes! Me too! And that's the thing. I feel like I'm biased because I prefer comic book Billy Batson. Remember Ant-Man villain? Shazam villain gave me that energy. Darren Cross? Yeah, the Shazam villain sucked. I liked how it was the Seven Deadly Sins, but I wish they were designed better. Even the designs of the Seven Deadly Sins was so sucky. Like, come on. Do you even remember what they looked like, guys? Because in the comics, they were very easy to tell each other from one another. But in this, it's just like, they're all just like fart clouds. Ugh. Everything was really stupid and forced, but the whole movie was a comic relief, so whatever. Yeah, the ending was corny, but it's better than the brooding emo stuff. Aquaman's ending was good, though. Aquaman's ending, like, both of these movies, in my opinion, had better endings. Like, I love Aquaman's ending where he does the haka and he chucks the spear at the audience. It's like, yeah, okay, he's finally found his place in life, and I loved it. I will say one thing about Shazam. There's one scene that almost made me tear up. I don't remember what scene it was, but there's one scene that almost made me tear up. Maybe it was when his brother was getting bullied or something. You know what? Let me not get into it because it actually is very personal why one scene actually did almost make me tear up. It's not because of... let me just not talk about it. I don't want to get emotional. When he met his real mom? No, it wasn't that movie. Sorry, it wasn't that scene. That scene was good, though. That scene was really good. But yeah. Just the ending that kind of didn't work for me. And everyone's making jokes, too, so then the stakes are lowered. Where, like, in these two movies, when poop is hitting the fan, they're not cracking jokes. Right? I loved that. No, I don't have a clue how they look anymore. Alright, what's next? Birds of Prey? Oh, gosh. Oh, doggy. Yeah. Nah, it's a C, dude. Yeah, Birds of Prey is a C, easily. Bad take. What's your take, bro? What do you think of Birds of Prey? If you put it higher, I'm gonna slap you. Austin! The reason they ruined Black Canary. I liked Black Canary in this. You didn't like Black Canary in this? I liked Black Canary in this. I think it's funny they made her a black woman, though. Because her character's name is Black Canary. What are y'all doing, bro? High C, maybe. Yeah, that's what it is. High C, bro. Like... didn't like that she can only use her power once. Oh, okay, I agree with that. That was dumb. That was dumb. Shazambi. In the latest comic run, Billy's dad comes back, and he's super nice. But he's mind-controlled, so his family is worried that they'll leave him. But after his mind control fades out, he still abandons Billy. Wow. Harley's character was so good here. I agree. I like what they did with Harley in this movie, especially the beginning. I love the idea that she broke up with the Joker, but she didn't tell anyone, because she still wants all the perks of being Joker's girlfriend. I love that. I just love that at the beginning. You know who I hated in this movie? Huntress. She does, like, nothing. Like, why even put her in the movie? Literally, it's because, oh, Birds of Prey, so you have to have Huntress. They get Mary Elizabeth Winstead to play her, and they don't do much with her. Jay, you said the name wrong. You need to say the full name. Say the full name, Jay. Full name of who? Obi-Wan is the villain in the movie. Ewan McGregor. That was weird too. I Don't Need No Man, the movie. I see. Sorry. Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. Yes, yep, I knew. Yeah, the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. I Don't Need No Man, the movie. In all honesty, there was only one line of dialogue that gave that off to me. It's at the beginning. Do you know what the definition of a Harley Quinn is? A Harley Quinn is like a servant to a man. Like, not sure how women being without men is a problem. That's not the problem. If you really want to empower women, have them overcome these things without commenting on it. When Rocky Balboa beats up Ivan Drago, he doesn't say, "Yeah, I'm such a man." You know why? He doesn't have to. When Ellen Ripley defeats the alien, she doesn't say, "I'm a woman," because she doesn't need to. That's the problem with modern movies trying to be women empowering. They never do it subtly. It's always forced. And it's like, why? We have plenty of female heroes that were able to be powerful without commenting about it. They showed their power, right? And that's the problem. And this movie's weird this movie's a weird middle ground where, like, sometimes, yeah, man, they do a great job of that, but then other times it's just like, what the heck? It's like, I need to diss men to empower myself. Like, why? Jay, you just said yourself, that was one line that did that. Oh, no. There was one line that commented on it, but there's other parts in the movie that are very clearly, like, okay, Harley, I think something about the hyena's gender, something about, it's not a line, but actions. There are actions that are very much depicted as, we're throwing men down, we're sticking it to the man, and it's like, okay, why not just do it? Like, see Brie Larson, listen to what the brother is saying. Making Harley suddenly turn away from the Joker is like making the comedian from Watchmen a good guy. It doesn't just happen like that with everything established. I was okay with that, though. I was okay with that. There were other problems with how they portrayed the feminist angle, because the other issue is, guess what, Austin? Harley's a villain. She sniffs crack at one point. That happens. I'm sure you remember that scene. When she breaks into the bank, like, okay, every single threat Harley fights is male. Every single one. All of them are guys. All of them. Right? And it's like, that's fine. That's fine. But when you add the comment of, oh, I'm stronger than all these men, then it feels like, okay, you did that intentionally. Like, you did that on purpose so that we, the audience, would see, like, that image rather than it being subtle. Harley Quinn animated show does just that, and still a great TV show. Yeah, I'm totally fine with Harley being away from Joker. In all honesty, I think she's better off without the Joker, personally. I'm totally fine with them. I love how they did it, too, in the movie. I love how they started. I love how this movie started, because it sold the concept on me instantly. Dude, there are way worse things in the movie than them bringing, being like men are dumb. Oh, I agree. I was just commenting on the fact that you were like, I don't see how women being empowered is a problem. It's not a problem. I'm saying it's not a problem. Where people might take issue with this movie in particular is how it throws it in your face. Have you read Harleen? No, I have not. The jokes that keep popping up on Harley Quinn's show have been very bad. Oh, really? Okay, what's next? Zack Snyder's... Wonder, what's next? Someone tell me what's next. Harleen is great. What is Harleen, Arson? And tell me your opinion. Is Snyder next? Snyder Cut is next? Are you sure, Igor? Snyder Cut? Are you sure? Are you sure? Snyder Cut? Are you guys sure? I don't want to do this out of order. What's Snyder Cut? Yes, I'm sure. Okay. And I knew this from the beginning. I knew I was gonna put this here at the beginning. In all honesty, the problem with this, there is no character arc for anybody. Anybody. No one. Maybe Cyborg, I guess. Maybe Cyborg, like, kinda. But it gets dropped immediately. But literally, this movie is just one director's passion project. A 4-hour-long passion project that doesn't implement anything new. It just does this better. They use their 4 hours more than Endgame does the 3 hours. I agree with that. I agree with that big time. Remember where I put Endgame? Y'all remember where I put Endgame? Okay. Yeah, I would give this a B. And my problem, the reason it's not higher is because nothing is done with the characters. Literally, there's no arc. And that's the thing. All the Avengers movies, right? For as much flack as they may get, there are arcs inside those movies. Characters develop, which is why you can't skip over them. It's why you can't skip over them to watch the next Iron Man movie or something like that. Because a whole story arc happens for that character. But this movie does nothing. It's just, but better. Yeah, exactly. It does nothing in terms of servicing its characters. That's my biggest problem with it. Because they're the same at the end of the movie. Flash learns a new ability, but he's the same person. You know what I mean? Like, and that's my problem with this movie. It's so long, and it's like, how do you have 4 hours and don't develop anybody? Like, what? I wish he just retconned that one and made a new Justice League film. Yeah, literally, instead of just redoing the first one. I agree. Like how Superman Returns follows Superman 2 rather than a Superman 4. Yep. Wonder Woman! Wonder Woman! Is this even up for debate? Yup. This movie's so bad. And it's, yo, can I just point out, like, what the heck? No, it's not. It's really bad. What do you mean? Yo, this movie's trash. Put it in C category. Agreed. Oh, this movie, hear me out real quick. Okay, what, Arson? Would put it in low C category, at least. Really? Agreed. Which one based? Wait, do you agree with me or what, Igor? Like, what the heck happened? If the movie trimmed some fat and was edited better, it could have easily... Yeah, oh, I agree! Arson, that is my problem with this movie! It didn't need to be as long as it was. And they just add stuff. This is how you poorly write women. Compared to the first flippin' movie. And I want to say this because I think this is hilarious. Different writers, same director. Different writers, same director. Different writers, same director. Okay? The writers of movies do not get enough credit. Do not get enough credit. This, Patty Jenkins was the director, and it was different writers. Patty Jenkins wrote this one. You see what I mean about when you let a director be a writer? How sometimes it can screw up an entire movie? Well, here you go. Yeah. Oh my, I was really upset about this. I was really upset about this one. Because I'm like, oh sweet, Wonder Woman 2. And there are some good scenes in this movie. There's some good scenes in this. I love the Coliseum scene. I love, you know what scene was really stupid though? The cheetah scene. The road scene where they fight on the road, that scene's alright. I kind of wish there was a better idea of weight, and that's the problem with this movie too, actually. You can never tell how much things weigh. Wonder Woman kind of just tears through things like paper. If there was a bit more of a struggle for like lifting things or anything like that, because even when Superman in Man of Steel, when Superman lifts something, it's heavy. He's like, right? And you feel that weight, but I never felt weight in either of these movies, and I think that's just a directing problem. But in this movie, it's really bad. Like, is Wonder Woman made of feathers? Why is she so light? It's really weird. Also, sorry, going back to Justice League, Aaron Hansen, you know, love him or hate him, he actually pointed out something really funny about this movie. Wonder Woman enters a building. This happens in both of them. Wonder Woman enters a building where people are bombed, like strapped with bombs, and people are robbing the bank. And they shoot at the people, and then Wonder Woman blocks all the bullets. And then she looks at the people, and she clangs her wrist guards together and blows up the bank that she was just trying to protect. That happens in both movies, which is hilarious. And I never thought about that, but it's like, wait, that's true. Why does she just explode it anyway? Okay. Oh, wait, I typed wrong here. I agree that this is the worst. It is the worst one. Like, without a doubt, this is the worst one. R words a man. Yep. Wonder Woman R words a guy. Remember that Steve Trevor isn't actually himself. He's a guy. He's Steve Trevor in a different guy's body. And we never see the repercussions of that. Wonder Woman never questions the morality of her sleeping with that guy. Not even once. Okay? And that is why this movie's so low. 1 hour of boring and talking. Is that the one where the bad guy can make people's wishes come true? Yes. Director stop writing challenge. Yep. The worst writer a director can cooperate with is themselves. Yep, they butchered Diana here. They really did. I want to point out, in my opinion, the best movie is the first one, and the worst one is the second one. What the heck? Like, this is really bad. You know what else is stupid about? You know what else is really dumb about this movie? Hang on. I'm having a Man of Steel moment. You know what else is really dumb about this movie? Diana, in this movie, goes into hiding. She goes into hiding, okay? For whatever reason. I don't care. I don't remember. And then she shows back up in Batman v Superman because she comes out of hiding. But I guess in 1984, she just came out of hiding? So, why? What was that whole thing about being in hiding, Diana? 80s nostalgia. F that noise, man. Get out of here. Nostalgia. Man, if I could kill nostalgia. If nostalgia was like an actual, like a pig that I could just behead, I would do it. Nostalgia. I'm gonna make a punk rock song called I Don't Care About Nostalgia. I don't care about your childhood. Don't hurt Doug Walker, man. Nostalgia Critic? Oh, no, I like Nostalgia Critic. Like, again, love him or hate him, I like Nostalgia Critic. I don't watch his new stuff. I like Nostalgia Critic. 80s nostalgia hasn't been cool since 2018. Exactly. Steve Trevor, a pilot from World War I, just knows how to pilot a 80s jet. What? That's true too. I didn't even think of that. Steve and Diana legit have a really cute romance in the original. I agree. One of my favorite things about the original Wonder Woman, like, it's funny, looking at this movie makes me love this one even more. One of my favorite things in this one is when she sleeps with Steve Trevor, Hannah turned to us and she was like, why is she sleeping with the guy? She hardly knows him. And Johnny, Marcus, and I all looked at Hannah and were like, nah, fam, Hannah, she read the Kama Sutra. Okay? She's like, those are really good books. I'd like to give them a try. Right? So we all laughed about that after. So, man, what are you doing, DC? This is a funny tier list. I just want to point out, most of the movies, in my opinion, are, like, not good. And, like, The Suicide Squad. Okay. Are you guys ready for my take on this one? This might surprise you. Number 5 might surprise you. Okay, that scene is there because they don't know if they'll survive the next day. That's true, too. But we did think it was funny. You guys ready? You guys ready? Are you brother truckers ready? Are you ready? Yeah. What an uneven tier list. Yep. And here's the thing. You know what these 3 movies had in common? You know what these 3 movies, the 3 at the top, had in common? They were a director's vision. All 3 of them. All 3 of them feel like a director wanted to make this movie. And writers and stuff. Like, they wanted to make this movie. right? Where I feel like they didn't want to make this movie. I feel like they didn't want to make, like, you know what I mean? They wanted to make this movie. James Gunn, you already know my take on him. I love his directing. And this is, in my opinion, this is the best James Gunn movie. I'm even going to say that. And you know I'm not like the biggest fan of this movie. I like it, but I feel like the praise that it gets is kind of insane. But I do really like the movie. I'll say I love the movie. I do. In many respects, I do. Based on what I've read, it's S. I'm not giving my opinion because I haven't seen it yet. You chose well, Jay. They're good. This one's really good, though, because... also, I'm pretty sure only Birds of Prey, this, and I think Snyder Cut are R-rated. But this movie feels like a modern trauma film, which are like movies that reveled in how grotesque they could be and stuff like that. And James Gunn was all about that back in the day, so to see him actually be able to implement that into a modern movie is so trippy. It's so just like baffling that it's like, this movie was in theaters. Like, in all honesty, this movie is such an anomaly in my opinion. Arson, why? Yeah, why haven't you seen it? I love this tier list. Literally, if you would have put Harley Quinn next to Snyder Cut, I would fully agree. I'm leaving it at C. But yeah, this movie deserves to be here. Because, again, remember what I said about this movie, the original Suicide Squad? We'll never get another one of those? Yeah, we're never gonna get another one of these either. But in such a better way. I watch comic movies with my brother. Oh, okay, cool, dude. We will never get another one of these movies. If Joker was in here, where would it be? Joker, I'd put in... Ooh, actually, now... No, I'd put it in front of Shazam. Joker, I would put it in front of Shazam. The only reason I wouldn't put it at S is because I feel like... Have you guys ever seen the movie King of Comedy or Taxi Driver? Like, Joker feels so much like those two movies that it's like, it doesn't feel like its own movie at all. Batwoman isn't a movie. Yeah, I'd put it at A because I've seen other movies and Joker feels so much... Joker feels so derivative. That's the thing about that movie, that it's kind of just like, alright, this is only a Joker movie because we put some names on characters that already exist. That's the only reason why. Saints Flow, A, Batwoman isn't a movie. I've never seen Batwoman anyway, so. Alright, so that's my tier list. I'm having fun. Power Rangers tier list for the heck of it.